Thank you, Judge, and thank you, Ben. Thank you, Chief. Thank all of you for being here today. Um, to be honest, I thought that I could get by with just playing down our plight as a family today. So my speech doesn't amplify exactly what y'all have said, because I'm here to recognize the officers and the law enforcement profession. And I think that's what Ron would want to do, to draw light to his family. So, forgive me, I'm just kind of confused, and I was just yesterday I was trying to gear myself up for this, and I said, what will I say and what will I do to make this okay amongst this community? And I guess I can never, because this scar has been here for so many years. And the judge is right. This was a small, different community then, such a small little family. And it just rattled everything. It rattled our worlds. And I say that in plural because I felt like it was all of us. It wasn't just the family, for sure. You'll forgive me, I take a few extra breaths. I came here to say thank you, as I do every year. I never can say that enough, but especially this year. Because now maybe we can put this behind it, we can move forward and do the job that we always want to do. Draw light to the families that have lost officers, to draw light to the professional law enforcement, and those that are working, those that are retired. There's a lot of you that I see out there that are retired now, but you still come. And I hope that you just come and join and say hello, because I may only get to see one of you, each one of you, maybe once a year, but I appreciate it. I also, this year, we lost a friend, Butch Schultz, and he worked with the sheriff's office, and he worked with the police department for 14 years, and we lost him in April. And I got a note from his wife, Gwen. So I'd like to remember that family today. I used to work with his mother-in-law, Lady Jean Fazio, out at Fairchild 100 years ago. I don't know how long they've been closed now. Is it the 70s? But we keep in touch during the year. This is the 39th memorial. Is to remember Ron, but most of all, to remember the law enforcement community, their sacrifice to make our community safe through each and every day. The almost recent tragedy in Palatka of State Trooper Andrew Litzel is in a simple traffic stop. Makes all of us aware of the dangers these men and women of law enforcement face. Trooper Litzel had 11 years of experience. Even the years of training and experience does not prepare them for the unknown. And the fact that these officers face the obscure each and every day. We memorialize the officers that have laid their burden down for us, those that have served with honor, and those that continue to carry the burden. To their glory, they see their service as not a burden, but a duty, and have stepped forward with respect and devotion to the job. As most of you know, this year marks a new story for our family. As much is it the first time in all these years that we do not face yet another parole hearing. I was asked in October by a local reporter how I felt about that. And to be honest, I was in flight, and in between flights, I answered a phone call. So I was really thrown off quite a bit. I felt like I needed to talk to the victim's advocate in Tallahassee to kind of make sure that what I was hearing was true. And that I had the opportunity to talk to Ron's family. That they were notified. And even if I should let down my guard at that moment, I couldn't answer right then. I'm even cautious of my response at this moment. It is only a learned defense mechanism. I had always known that it was DeShirley or I. A no-win situation for Ron's family, for DeShirley's family, and me. The fight could only have a winner if Ron's tragic story was offered as a legacy for others. That our fight was for those that had similar stories, and that we turned this tragedy for good. The fight has always been to keep a dangerous person in prison. But the fight to extend the intervals between the parole hearings from 5 to 7 years was to help others that also face that dilemma. We have been so fortunate to have the support of this community, and most important, the law enforcement community. They have been there for me always. Even when others walked away because the story became old news, and Ron's face became all too familiar. No matter where I took the story, officers stepped up with letters, emails, testaments, personal notes, handshakes, pats on the back, and thank yous all over this country. The work is not done. The pleas for help continue to come through Ron's website, through the Officers Down Memorial page, through Victims of Homicide Alliance, through the COPS organization. I have personally written hundreds of letters against paroles, extended paroles, and called many family members in support of their plight. So we continue to carry Ron's story. He lives through the legacy of a moment of tragedy, but a lifetime of goodness. This park brings happiness to those that enjoy the outdoors and pleasures of nature, a reminder of an honorable profession, a caring community. His Flagler Scholarship offers hope for the future. There is much to be grateful for, and much work to continue in Ron's name. Thank you.
Does anybody else from the family would like to speak?